I'm from a generation, I'm born in 1972, I didn't pay anything. I think I'm one of the last cohorts who didn't. I got as far as a PhD. In those days, they even gave us a grant. I think sadly we're no longer in that situation. None of these people who are in a position of a government that can actually be realistically elected is advocating anything like that anymore. So I guess you need to think about what is on offer. You need to think smart when you cast your vote in this seat, in this election. Out of the absent Angie Bray and myself, we have the better policy on fees.
Josh, your question was, is it morally right that we have tuition fees imposed on us by a generation who had free education? My answer is very clear on that. No, it's not. I believe that education is a public good. It is something that benefits everyone, both the students who take the courses and the people who benefit from their skills later on. I think everyone who gets the right grade should have a chance to go to university, and that's why the Green Party would scrap undergraduate tuition fees, and we'd write off outstanding student loan debt if you haven't paid your loans off. And the last thing I want to say is that we would reintroduce student grants for all students so that they would be properly funded throughout their education.
Yes, well, thank you for this event. Over the last Parliament, the government did make significant changes. These changes may not have been popular initially, but they were the right changes that need to happen for this country and for the future students. Higher education has actually become far more accessible. That is what it should be. Overall, more young people are applying to university than ever before, and this is despite these so-called fees. Under the previous Labour government, you had to pay back your tuition fees when you earned £15,000. The Conservative-led coalition has increased the threshold where you have to pay it back to £21,000, and that is right and that is fair.
I also, like most of the people on this panel, I benefited from free tuition and the maintenance grant. That system should have continued. Obviously, people are well aware of our policy at the last election and what happened to that. We were unable to carry out our pledge in a situation where we were the only party that was putting that policy forward. However, we did negotiate to make the new system a lot fairer and more progressive than the old system. You pay nothing back until you graduate and are earning at least £21,000. More young people are going to university than ever before, and also specifically applications from young people from disadvantaged backgrounds and VME young people are also up. So, I mean, in many ways, the new system is effectively a graduate tax. You have to look at the situation over the whole context, and you have to look at Labour's policy very clearly.
Completely not fair, but all the money has been spent. We've got a debt of 1.5 trillion. You're suffering as a result of what was being spent. Our solution to it is that students will not have to repay their tuition fees in certain what's called the STEM subjects: science, technology, engineering, mathematics, medicine. They would not have to pay on the basis that they work in that profession for 5 years. The short answer is it's not fair. I'm sorry.